I can, scratch all of that and go back to being comfortable with the culture I grew up in. I can just forget everything I've experienced because all my friends are here, all my family are here in this community, and I don't want to give up that comfort, because that's a big deal. Being around your family and having a community of people who have your back, because the Amish do that so incredibly well. That is one thing that I am hoping that the rest of the world catches on to, is the power of community when it's done right, not in manipulation. Don't hear what I'm not saying, because there's a lot of manipulation in that culture to help. We'll only help you if you do what we tell you to. But true, genuine community where people have each other's backs and they look out for each other and they see the good in the world. And so, anyway, I had to make a decision, and I was like, what I've experienced over this summer, this life, I've experienced life and a real relationship for the first time ever in my life. And I was like, I'm willing to bet my life on this relationship I've been forming with a God who's now so real to me. He's more real to me than anything I've been taught about him, which was a lot of really, really horrible, angry God theology. And so I decided to leave. And I told my family the night before I left in 1st of September that same year. So I turned 21 in May, and I left in September. And my family found out not the way I wanted them to. They found out from somebody else. I was going to tell them just before I left because I knew that it would devastate my mom and my siblings, because they were going to stay in the culture and I couldn't. I saw the truth. I knew the truth personally. I knew from experience what the truth was. And so I knew that if I decided to stay with my family, the rest of my life, I would wonder what could have been if I would have chosen to follow that relationship I'd built. And I knew God wouldn't be angry with me if I decided to stay. It was my choice. And so I left, and I told my family the night before I left, and I remember all of them getting together and telling me each individually how wrong I was and how disappointed they were in me and how much they hated what I was doing, and I was basically going to go to hell. And it was really hard, guys. That was one of the hardest things I've ever done. But let me tell you, the way God showed up for me after I left is crazy. He's never, ever left me.